Hey there crafters, welcome back to Gina Creates. Today I'm going to show you how to make my layered gingerbread houses using cardstock and your Cricut machine. You can get the SVG bundle from ginacreates.com. Once you have the zip folder downloaded, you're going to right click and extract all and save it to the same location. And inside the download, you will find the 3 different sizes of gingerbread houses, and you will also get a folder with the stand so they could be propped up, and then you'll have whatever license that comes with the download, whether it be the free version or your paid commercial license. And inside each folder, you will find the 3 different cut files, which are the SVG, the PNG, and the DFX. And for the SVG file, if you are on a Windows PC, it might display as a internet HTML doc. So to open that, you will need to first open up your Cricut Design Space and go to Upload and go to your Downloads folder. And we will just select the 7x10 Gingerbread House SVG file. And it's okay if it has like the Microsoft Edge or Chrome HTML doc, it will still upload because that is the SVG. And then we will just save it to our library and add it to our canvas. And we just make sure that it is 10x7. And you can see over here on the right in the layers panel, there is 4 layers to each house. And you can hit ungroup. So now you can select each layer. And you can see the layers underneath. So for this top layer, I'm using a glitter white cardstock, and then I'm using a tan regular cardstock with another layer of glitter white cardstock, and then for the back, I'm just using a brown. This SVG file is pretty much ready to cut, but if you like, you can select each layer and go up to the color swatches and change any colors that you want to match your home decor, or if you are gifting them for friends, you can change the colors as well. You could just do the traditional tan and brown for your gingerbread house. Next, we're just going to upload the rest of the gingerbread houses for the small one, and then we're going to upload the tall one as well. And then you can see that they're all 3 different sizes. We have a 5x7 for the small, a 10x7 for the regular house, and then a 7x10 for the tall house. And then we're going to upload the stand SVG. And these are just 3 sets of the stand that we are going to put on the back of the houses. And this one didn't upload the correct size, so we are going to change the height to a 2.5. And then hit enter, and then they will shrink down and they'll be the correct size. And we are going to select the group of cut lines that are on top, and we are going to change them to score lines. And then we're just going to attach the whole group together so they could score on top of our little base stands. And all these are pretty much ready to cut. And then we could just click make, and it will send our project to the mat. Here are the supplies I will be using. For 1 gingerbread house, you will need 2 tan colors, and then you will need 2 of the white or glitter white. You'll need your scoring stylus and some foam tape and some craft glue. And then I have a rotary blade to cut my craft tape. And then of course you'll need your Cricut machine. And I'm just laying my glitter cardstock on a standard grip mat, and I'm using some blue painter's tape to hold it in place to keep it from shifting. So I'm moving my dial to a custom setting and cutting on glitter cardstock. And then I'm going to remove the excess paper after it's done cutting. And then I'm going to flip over my mat and make sure that I keep my cardstock nice and flat so it doesn't curl while I am pulling it off the mat. And then you'll just poke out these little holes, and you are going to use a scraper to keep your mat clean, because when cutting with glitter cardstock, there can be a lot of debris on the mat. So you just want to make sure you clean it between each cuts. And then you could go ahead and cut out the rest of your mats, and then we are going to assemble. So here are all the pieces cut out. I have my 4 layers for each gingerbread house. And I have my bases that are going to go on the back to help them prop up for display. Next, I like to cut my foam tape into strips so I can have it ready for me when I start to assemble. So you can see this thin line. I am going to make sure that I cut my foam tape to the same thickness so it can hide behind the cardstock on the back. So you're going to start with one gingerbread house and make sure all the cardstock is facing the same way. And then you flip over the top pieces and we're just going to add our foam tape to the back, making sure that we get around the edges and in the center. And then we're going to lay it directly on top of our back piece of the brown cardstock. And then we are going to do the same for our tan layer and layer it over our glitter cardstock. And then we'll add our snow glitter cardstock to the top as well, just making sure you put enough foam tape around the edges. And then we are going to add our stand in the back, and we are going to fold over those score lines, and we are going to add some craft glue to the tab, and then make sure we place them on the edges on the bottom of the house. And just make sure you don't glue it down over a window or a door so you won't be able to see it from the front. And you can fold it to store it flat, and then you can prop it up to put on display. And then you're just going to repeat the process for all 3 of your gingerbread houses. I hope you like this tutorial. They're super easy to make, and look at how gorgeous they look on display. Grab your file today.